Okay, once again, welcome. And before you is the biggest opportunity in the farm. Okay, and is coming to you from Simplified Hub Limited. Simply put, this is a project overview, working with farmers, of course. So in the house right now, working with farmers to maximize crop yield and unlocking the power of agriculture to combat climate change. Call it a two-in-one project. Quickly, I'll base virtually everything I'll be saying here on this page. Now, just run through the others. Now, we are Simplified Hub Limited. Okay, we've gotten the mandate, all right, to help farmers fight against climate change. Climate change is becoming a huge problem, not just to the farmers now, but to the entire globe. Hence, the global community is taking it very seriously and paying attention. Uh, Virtually all the meetings held today by United Nations and other big bodies revolves around climate change. And they are tasking different government, different countries, different leaders of different countries to come up with strategies, with things to do to ensure that climate change is minimized, okay, as much as possible. Now, one of the ways that they've been doing that is afforestation, planting of trees. But to realize that that is really not going anywhere. Yes, it's a good one, but something more need to be done apart from having the trees to help, because of course, you know that the trees they give out they give out oxygen while they take out carbon dioxide, opposite of what man is doing, because the man takes in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But you see that more carbon is being released into the air apart from the one we are breathing in and breathing out. It's being released to the air by these companies, organizations, industries who are involved in one burning or the other. Hence, uh, climate change is becoming a big deal. So one of the ways that the scientists have discovered that will help quickly, all right, to arrest carbon out of the atmosphere and other greenhouse gas,
Kíní
it's
la fẹ́? Ọ̀bùn wọ́n gbé sójú ẹ̀ lógun.
we need to meet that person now. Please let's come in and stay muted as much as
Elizabeth Adeoye.
so I'm muting everyone now. Okay, so now what the scientists have discovered is a way, all right, to get carbon out of the air as quickly as possible, and that is in a substance called biochar. Biochar, as you will see, biochar is actually an organic manure. All right, biochar is an organic manure that is rich, very very rich in and gotten from agricultural waste, and it's like charcoal. And you know very well that when a soil is very dark, okay, it simply tells that that soil is good for planting. That soil is very good when it comes to planting. Now, that biochar, once it's deployed into the soil, okay, it helps to absorb carbon out of the air, helping the environment. Now, on the other hand, the biochar that be deployed into your farm, like the manure, all right, of course, a processed and a very high form of organic manure gotten from agricultural waste deployed on your farmland help the farm or help the soil to retain nutrients, help the soil to retain water. And once nutrients and water are retained in the soil, it will help the plant to grow well, because your plant needs this nutrient and needs this water to do well. And once biochar is also in your soil, guess what happens? It also help your soil, okay, to keep the plant becoming resistant to diseases. So those simple and easy, quick diseases that would have attacked your plant, because the biochar in your soil will be able, will be something of the past. So biochar is actually here to help you to maximize your crop yield. Okay, so now that climate change is ravaging everything and bringing droughts virtually everywhere. And because of our farming year in, year out, the amount of nutrient in the soil diminishing. But with biochar deployed on your farmland, guess what? All of this will be taken care of. So I want to say to you a big congratulations, because your farmland be submitted for this will bring you good harvest at the end of the day. So you are happy, and of course, the entire environment is happy for it. So these are some of the things that the voucher will do for you, which I've mentioned earlier. All right. So it's a win-win for you, for me, and for all of us at the end of the day. And now, uh, why are we involved? I will tell you something. Uh, the carbon the carbon the carbon dioxide that is being reduced from the air, okay, by the virtue of the biochar deployed on your farm, you will be rewarded. Yes, you'll be rewarded. Okay, so apart from the fact that you are going to benefit in such a way that your plant do well, you will also be rewarded. Farmers will receive carbon credit for using biochar on their farmland. All right. Now, carbon credit can be sold to companies. Now, there are different companies who are involved in getting carbon dioxide into the air, and they are paying heavy tax for all of this. But guess what? The United Nations and the global bodies have come to them and tell them, hey, if you can contribute to biochar be deployed on the farmland here and there. Okay, so the amount of tax you pay will reduce. Hence, so many of these companies are taking it upon themselves to offset the carbon credit, all right, as a result of the biochar be deployed on the farmland. So they are paying for it. And that is where the money is coming from that will be given to you at the end of the day when coordinates are be taken, batch have been deployed, and carbon credit, a certificate issued on those lands, on those farmland, then it will be converted to cash and be paid into your bank, your local bank directly as a farmer. All right, and this is first of its kind. Yes, this is first of its kind in Nigeria. It's been happening in some other part of the world, in Africa, practically in Kenya and I think Rwanda. All right, but this is the very first time it's coming to us in Nigeria. And unfortunately for you, all right, it's coming to you directly, not through the government of the day, not through some big guys who would have sat on the main thing and give you peanut. All right, because this what is coming to you as a farmer, I tell you, is far more, not two, not far more than what we are getting that are bringing it to you. Why? Because we put our feet down, telling the foreign bodies that this is what we will do to ensure that the money is get to you, and that is what is going to happen at the end of the day. So I say big congratulations to you because you are part of this. All right. The This mission to produce and provide voucher, which we already embarked on. We've started. We are in your state, and we'll move from state to state until we're able to reach out to as many farmers as possible. All right. In summary, this is what we is all about: to maximize crop yield for you when it's deployed on your farmland. Of course, when that happens, there will be food for the nations. Healthier environment because the voucher deployed on your farm, as much as helping you to produce more on the farm, is also helping to get carbon dioxide, the carbons out, and other greenhouse gas that are not good for the system out of the air. Now you have cleaner water around you. You have extra income for you as a farmer, as incentives will be given to you because you submitted your farm for this. Now I'll tell you something that biochar has been used by so many farmers in the past, but because the cost of producing it is very expensive, hence so many farmers decide to shy away from it and they just go with the normal manures, or they go with fertilizer, which is even worse off because fertilizer is chemically inclined, but biochar is 100% organic, and that is why people will do everything or anything to get Biochar on their farmland. But for you, you are getting it free of charge. So as a result, in fact, someone's even asking us that he wants to buy it, but we are telling him that this is for a project and is not for sale. All right. So congrats that you are part of this. Now, happier society, it would increase disease resistance, like I did mention earlier, and of course, it becomes a win-win for you, for me, and for all of us. Now, admission is free. I tell you, nobody will charge you anything. Is for free. All right, is for free. Okay, so the question is we have on the screen now is, have you been enlisted in the fight against climate change? Why maximizing crop yield by unlocking the power of agriculture? I know for you to be here, you've been enlisted. Perhaps other farmers who are not yet enlisted will have that to say. Now, if you look at the bottom of that, we say the project is giving extra cash up to 100 million naira as incentive. Of course, what you get depends on the amount of farm you have. And the question is, somebody might want to ask, then what is the cost of carbon credit? Because one carbon credit is equivalent to 1 acre. All right, so it's assigned to 1 acre rather, and that is what will be sold, and the amount it will be sold is what you will get at the end of the day. And I cannot categorically give you any amount right now. Yeah, perhaps you have been told certain amount, but I can't give you any amount right now. But I tell you one thing, that whatever it is, okay, because the value fluctuates. Okay, so it can be this today, tomorrow to be something else. But I tell you, the value we are seeing in the market is very, very encouraging, very, very encouraging. Okay, for any farmer, it doesn't matter whether you are a petty farmer or you're a big time farmer. But one thing is sure, as long as your acre is captured in this project, just know that you are getting an incentive of some very good amount of money. Now, when I say up to 100 million naira, that depends on the size of your farm. All right, the size of your farm. All right, because the bigger your farm, of course, the higher the amount you will get. I must confess to you that so many persons will get even more than 100 million naira. Why? Because they have massive acres of land. So there is so much for you at the end of the day. All right. So I think that's where I will end my talk for today. If you have any question, please feel free to ask your questions as we'll be here to respond to you. Back to you, project admin, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, CEO. I'm sure that we have all gotten a summary of what this project is all about. So
Is that a
the next,
question?
yeah, I'm coming to that, okay? So in the next 5-10 minutes, we're just going to entertain a few questions from those that want to ask questions. So would you just put up your hands? You could put up your hands electronically so that we take them in order. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's Mr. Blessing Adegbite. Okay, any other? Somebody said I have a question. Who was that?
Yes, I do.
Your name, please. Is it Oyenike Adeleke?
Okay.
Oyenike Adeleke. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Would you want to ask your question, please, quickly?
All right, thank you very much. This is quite interesting. So my question is, the fertilizer, at what stage is it supposed to be applied? Is it at any stage? Does it have specific stages? Is it
Okay.
supposed to be there are different crops that
So
you
sorry,
apply
your
for
line is
different times.
breaking. I don't know. Can you repeat your question,
Can you
please?
hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Can you hear
you.
me? Okay, so I said that different crops that have different stage where you apply fertilizers. For this, can it be applied at any time? Or you still have to wait according to the farmer's timing? You know, you hear that for this crop, you don't apply until this time and all that. For this particular fertilizer, can it be applied at any time?
Okay, thank you so much. I want to say that this is not a fertilizer, actually. Yeah, okay. So it's not fertilizer. So it's not applied just as you usually would do your fertilizer. This is Biochar. The Biochar is to restore the nutrients on your soil. So it is applied anytime. It doesn't have effect on your crop. So we can apply Biochar to our farms any time of the year. So it doesn't work like the normal fertilizer, okay? So that's it, okay? So any other question, please? Miss, okay. Mr. Blessing Adegbite. Does that answer your
Thank you.
question? Oyenike,
Yes,
sorry. Oyenike, sorry, I'm just trying to cut time. I hope you got the answers to the
Yes.
question. Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
you
much.
did. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Blessing, over to you.
Thank you very much, ma. Without wasting much of our time, she has a similar question I wanted to ask. Like, most of these fertilizers, farmers apply it before cultivating their farmland. But
Okay, Mr. Blessing, I
unfortunately,
think we have answered that already, so we don't need this again. So
yes.
it's not the usual fertilizer, as you said. It's an organic component that restores nutrients back to the soil. At the same time, working on the soil, also helping with climate change. So it's not the usual fertilizer. The usual fertilizer on your farm even depletes climate. Do you understand? So it's not the usual. Okay, Mr. Balokun just said if there's a different question from what has been asked so far. Thank you.
Yes, well done, man. Good afternoon. My question is this. Is it being used? I mean, the mode of application, is it the same thing as fertilizer? I'm talking about the mode of application of the biochar.
Okay, now in the deploying of the biochar, the team is going to do it for you, and the farmers will also be trained. Do you get that?
Okay.
So we are going to do the training for the farmers. I think during the training, you will be able to understand how you're going to manage this. Okay. And then every other thing that you need to know when this is done in your farm. So before the deploying of the biochar, every farmer that is able to be present for the training will be trained. Is that okay? And then the process is this. The first thing we did since this project started at the beginning of August was to collect data. And we are still collecting data as at today. People are still sending in their data. So the first thing is the collection of data. Then we go into what we call onboarding each farmer. In fact, that is a whole lot of work. I don't even want to start talking about that today. Yeah, but that is our own part. We do what is called onboarding of those farmers because it also has to do with technology, of course, because this is an international funded program. So we do it passes through a lot of process. And then the next thing you as a farmer will be seeing is we coming to your farm to take the coordinates. And that's the stage that we are right now. Though we are still collecting data, but we have started going to the farms to take the coordinates. So while you're taking the coordinates, they'll take the coordinates and move off your farm. We then prepare the biochar, come to you again to deploy this biochar in your farm. So you are not actually doing the work. We're doing the work. The team is doing the work. But all we need you is when they're coming to your farm, you'll be present to take them around the farms. So that is the process. And after deploying of biochar in your farm, there is, as the CEO said, if you listen to the presentation, there will be the issuance of certificates of carbon credits. So for every 1 acre of farm where this carbon biochar has been deployed, the farmer will get a kind of a certificate for it to show that, oh, you have assisted in curbing climate change. Now, this carbon credits will then be sold. As the international organization takes off this certificate of carbon credit and release money as a reward for being part of this project. So this is the steps in this project. I hope we all understand. So any question, please? Any more questions?
Ma, please, I have a suggestion, ma.
Who is speaking,
concerning
please? Who is speaking?
Johnson.
Okay, Balogun Johnson.
Yeah. Concerning the write-up that was shared on the screen, can we, after the whole meeting, can we have a copy of the material that was used?
Who is your cluster rep?
Glory, Sister Glory.
Cluster rep, we just relate with her. She has it. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Any other question, please? Any other person with any other question? Any other question, please? Okay, so that's fine. I don't know if Mr. Kushimo Oluwaseun.
Mr. Kushimo has a question, so maybe go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, my question is from the mapping out to the deployment, training, and the use of the biochar, and to the likelihood of them getting carbon credit. How long does this span?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'll just sorry, I'll just respond to that. First and foremost, just the steps that we called out earlier, and that's exactly what you also said. Number one, coordinate coming to your farmland to take coordinate. Thereafter, the data will be captured into the systems. Okay, then that will lead to the amount of biochar that will be produced and come around to be deployed on the farmland. Then the biochar will be produced and eventually will be deployed on the farmland. And thereafter, carbon credit issued to your farmland, and that is transmitted to the international bodies who will verify all of this because as the coordinates are being taken, they are also captured even in satellite, via satellite, right? Who will come, who will also verify that truly this farm exists in XYZ location. And of course, ABC amount of biochar have been rightly deployed on the farmland because it is for a purpose. Remember, is for apart from helping you as a farmer, which is a big deal, is also to get carbon out of the atmosphere. So all of these will be checked, will be fact checked, and of course, the system. I mean, has it goes from hand to hand, system wise globally because they are the one releasing money for this purpose, and eventually. One thing is sure, one thing is certain, and the money will be released because um, big organizations, big companies are doing this to reduce the amount of tax they pay. Okay, in different parts of the world, just like where I am right now in the UK. All right, so they are doing all of that to ensure that they reduce the amount of money they pay as tax. But getting involved in offsetting carbon credit, I tell you, they are paying less, and that is a plus for you and for all the farmers. So I don't know if that's clear to you, Mr. Kashimo, as there is no timeline attached to all of this.
Okay, just a clarification because it's a very crucial part in trying to get people to subscribe to this. Because where some of them, except we are not going to talk about that part, some of them would likely wanted to know when to expect, you know, uh, when to expect to be paid, or if there are, then
Sorry,
how.
I don't want to take words out of your mouth. Remember,
Okay.
this meet perhaps because it's the first thing joining us in this meeting. I quite understand. You must also know that so many persons, okay, in the first place are very happy. In fact, they are very excited to even know that they're getting substance like this on their farmland. A particular farmer have been running after us that he wants to buy the biochar. Want to buy the biochar. I will tell him, sorry, it's not for sale, it's for this particular project. So you must also understand that it is not for everybody. It's for those who get to understand that number one is a plus for them because biochar is actually what so many farmers are using in the past. But because of the cost of producing it, so many of them shied away from it. Okay, so before now, it's coming to you free of charge. I tell you, and once it's deployed on your farmland, it's been there for about 100 years. You can see the effect of it. So, and those we can't reach all the farmers. That is sure. We can't satisfy all the farmers, and we'll just pick as many as possible that we can relate with. And now it's coming to you free as farmers. The time will come. Once you people get to know the value, the importance of it, they will have to pay to get it eventually. Remember, you are going to be trained on how to produce, you're going to be trained on how to deploy, you're going to be trained free. So once we are able to do what we can do, okay, so that we have no choice but to allow the farmers take over from there. Do you understand? So we need to pass the right message. The first thing is not the money. The first thing is not the incentive that remember it's just incentive. The first thing is the fact that it will help you as a farmer to produce more, and then the incentive follows. Of course, it's a big deal. The incentive is a big deal, but I'm just saying that when it comes, and becomes a plus for you.
Okay, thank you so much, CEO. And in addition to that, I want to say that we don't give a timeline, Mr. Kushimo. We've had cluster rep that have been with us starting with this project in August. We didn't have to give them time because people will take you at your words. It is a process and the process will be followed. So if anyone, we are actually, in fact, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm tired of receiving data. That's the truth. So we are actually not begging for farmers to be part of this project, not at all, because they're not giving any dime for it. So if anybody is coming to be part of it, then you have to wait and follow the process. We can give you a timeline to it. So I'm sure the cluster reps that are here and the farmers that are here, some of them submitted their data at the beginning of August. And we're just getting into the farm to do the coordinates now, and it's going to go around everyone. So you take us by our word, the process will come through, but we won't give you a timeline to it. So you don't hold us and say, you promised to come to my farm 30th of October and you didn't show up. No, we don't want that. Thank you so much, Mr. Kashimo.
Okay, I think
Okay.
Pekulia's hand is up.
Yeah, Mr. Pekulia. Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, and thank you for the good job you're doing. I just want to quickly ask for the order of visitation. I mean, when you leave Abeokuta, where is the next station you're going to, and where will be the next after that, so that farmers can be aware of at least the time frame, even though we're not given a particular time frame, so they can know that, okay, after Ogun State, we are coming, farmers in Oyo State or Osun State or Ondo State, get ready. So I just want to understand the order of visitation.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Pekulia. Yesterday we had the Zoom meeting for Ogun farmers, and the team is currently in Ogun farmer this morning, and they've started with Ogun. We don't know how long that is going to take, but hopefully in less than 1 week, they should be through. But however, as I'm speaking with you, we have data still coming in still for that Ogun. So I can't put a timeline when Ogun is going to be done. But we are working so fast. I'm sure you never expected us that would have been done with Ekiti, as when we got done with Ekiti, because we were thinking we're going to spend 2 weeks in Ekiti, but we spent less than 3 days in Ekiti. So anything happens, we are trying. That's why we are not giving anyone a particular date, because we are trying to push as much as possible to see how the process is shortened. So, but we are not going to start putting a date to it so that you don't hold us on that. Okay.
I'm not asking for dates, actually.
Yeah,
I'm
I
asking
got your point.
order.
I'm coming in there. Yeah, I'm coming in there. So I'm just saying this
Go ahead,
generally,
ma'am.
everyone gets to know. So for Osun is coming next after Ogun.
Ogun, yeah.
Okay. So Osun comes after Ogun, and then Oyo comes after Osun. Then after that, Lagos. That's the order for now.
Yeah, for
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's the last question we've just attended to now. And hopefully we have taken over 50 minutes for this meeting. Now we didn't intend to stay this long. So we want to call this we want to bring this meeting to an end now. I hope everyone has been cleared about what the process is like, what we are doing, what the benefits are to you as a farmer, and what you should be expecting as regards our team coming to visit your farm anytime from now. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have any other thing you want to relate, maybe you have people who you want to bring in more for this project, all you need to do is connect with your cluster rep. Once you connect with your cluster rep, they'll be able to reach out to us to tell us what they have. Okay, so thank you so much. It's been a lovely time having this meeting with you, and you're gonna meet our team on the field. Thank you so much and have a lovely day, everyone. Bye for now.
Right, bye all. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.